Okay. Hi, Ashwin. How are you today? Okay. So, for today's agenda is we will go through the introduction, Python introduction. Then we will see what we are covering in this course. And after that, I will show you some different applications where we can use Python, how we can use Python in our different application. I will show that to you. So we will start. So can you see my screen? Yeah. So here our first topic is the introduction to Python. So do you know why we need a language? Do you have any idea? Okay. Okay, so I give a overview. Suppose in India, majority of peoples will speak Hindi. So suppose if you want to speak with Chinese, because Chinese people speak Mandarin, so we can't speak in Hindi, right? So we need a common language which can be understandable by Indians or Chinese. So here English language plays that role. Means English language bridge that communication gap and we can easily communicate with Chinese people. So here English is a bridge between India and China to communicate or to convey our thoughts. Similarly, do you know which language computer understand? Okay, so computer only understand binaries. That means they only understand zeros and one. But it is not possible to give the instructions in zeros and ones. So what happened? So we have developed different languages that can be understandable by humans also and it can be easily translated into zeros and ones so that computer can execute that instruction that we have given in the form of language. So that's why we have developed multiple languages like C, Java, Python, Golang, and similarly Python was developed. It is an general purpose high level language that can be used to tell the computer that do these actions, do these different actions or perform this task using a Python language. So Python is a general purpose high level programming language and it is developed in 1989 by Guido von Rossum and it is officially released in 1991. So Python has different features. First one is it is simple and easy to learn. Means in Python there are only 35 plus keywords, 35 keywords that we can use to instruct the computers to do these things. And it is freeware means we do not need any license to use it. And also it is open source means open source means we can see its code in GitHub. There is a Python software foundation where we can see its code and also it is an high level programming language means it we don't need to perform lot of tasks. Suppose in memory management we no need to perform memory cleaning, all that thing. It is inbuilt in Python only. So it is a high level programming language and also it is platform independent means suppose we have written code in anywhere and we can run it on Windows, Mac, Linux. Also it is portable, means suppose if you are written code in Windows system, that code we can run on Linux without modifying it. And also it is dynamically typed. Dynamically typed means in C or Java language we have to define the type of each variable, but in Python we no need to define it because it is dynamically typed, and Python will automatically assigns a type based on the data structure. And it is both procedure oriented and object oriented, means we can write Python program in procedures, that means in functions also, and we can write in object oriented, means in classes and objects also. It is an interpreted language, means we no need to use compiler to compile the Python code. It has interpreted, if you executed that file it will interpret it and will execute it. It is an extensible, means we can use Python in other language also. It is an extensible and it has extensive libraries like Numpy, Pandas. So it has rich library resources, so we can directly use that library and do our task. So these are all about features. Do we have? Okay. So where we can use our Python. Python use for developing web application. Here we use frameworks like Django, Flask, Fastapi, or we can also use for developing desktop GUI application. Here there is one famous library Tkinter. Using that we can develop GUI applications. Also we can use to create games and 3D application using Pygame. We can use for cybersecurity using cryptography library. Also it is widely used for data analysis, so here we use Pandas and Numpy. And also we can use it for machine learning, so there are different modules like TensorFlow, PyTorch, which can be used for this machine learning. So this is the overview of Python and where we can use. So after that, I will show you how we can run a simple program in Python. So we have one, I have created one hello.py file and I am writing some code. For starting, I just print hello. Okay, so this is my print statement and it will print hello. To execute this file, we have to go to terminal. So I am in terminal and we have to type Python and file name. So here I am typing Python and its file name is hello.py, and to execute just we have to enter it. So it will print hello in terminal. So can you see this hello? So in this way we can execute it. Okay, do you have any question how to execute it? Okay, so after that we will go through that what we will go through fundamentals of language, means what we have to learn in this course. Okay, so in English language also we have some ABCDs, and there are some formats to where to use am is are was where. So similarly in language, in different programming language also we have some identifiers. So identifiers are nothing but the names of any variable, any class, any function that we have to define. So that is nothing but identifiers. So there are also some rules that how we can define identifiers. We will see in later lectures that. And after identifiers, there are reserved keywords. So in English language, we have 26 alphabet, right? Similarly, in Python also we have reserved keywords. So there are 35 keywords, and using these keywords only, we have to give the instruction to computer to do a specific task or to perform a specific task. So here in upper cases we have three letters: false, none, and true, and rest of all in lower cases. So after this reserved keywords, and we will see all these keywords in our future classes. And after that we have data types. So data types means suppose we have to do some activity. So we have to define that data, means which data we are using: int, float, complex, bool. There are 14 data types in Python language. So here I have listed all of them. In data type we have majorly two types. One is immutable types and other is mutable. Immutable types means suppose once we have assigned that data type, then it will not change. Mutable types means we can change that data type after assignment. So we will see this data type through and just an overview. So there is a int. So int we can use a equal to 10. This is used to represent integral numbers and whole numbers. There is a float data type. So here we can assign b equal to 10.5. That also a float number. And then there is a complex, which is used to represent complex number. After that we have bool. Bool is used to represent logical values, right, like true or false. And these are here I have used type. It is an inbuilt function where we can use type, so it will print the class from which that data type is belong. So here I have print for this bool, so it is belong to class bool. So there is a string data type. Similarly, byte array. It is byte, and byte array is used to process images or audio files because it can just go to 25 values. Then we have range data type. It is an also okay. So here I have some. This should be range, and this data type should be byte array. Okay, then we have list. List is a famous mutable data type in Python. It is mutable, means it is not immutable. Tuple is a immutable data type. Then we have set, frozen set, dict, none. So all of this we will see in our future lecture, but we have to understand that each language have identifiers, and then it has some reserved keywords, and after that it has data types, different data types. In Python we have 14 data types, which are broadly classified as immutable types and mutable types. So in mutable we have list, set, dictionary, and byte. After that, we have 14 data types. But suppose we have defined int integer a equal to 10, and now I want to to string. Then how can I transfer? So for that we have typecasting. Typecasting means we can transform one data type into another data type. So we have different function here, typecasting in text. So here we can convert x to an integer. This x can be anything. So here I have shown an example. So it has float value that we can convert into an integer number. Similarly, for this is a float function. These are inbuilt function. So in float function, if you pass any value, that will convert it into a number. Yes, Ashwin. Do you have any question? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So string means there are some rules that we will cover in our later lecture, but it's just an overview. So if it has a string like Rahul or Ashwin, then it will give an error because we can't convert Rahul string into an integer. But in string we have a decimal number, then we can convert that into integer, right? Sim- okay, and similarly for float also, if that string is in decimal number, then we can convert into a float number. For complex, we have this number. Here, default value of y is 0. For bool, also we have false or 0. False and true. For false, we have 0, and for true, we have non-zero number. Bool 0 means false, bool 10 means true. And for string, we can convert any data type into string, so it will be converted into string. Okay, so we have identifiers, then we have some reserved keywords, and after that we have data types. And in data types, we can convert one data type to other data type using type casting. It is also called type conversion. And after that we have escape character. So escape characters means are the keywords that are special in Python, that are interpreted differently. Suppose here we have escape character like slash n, so it is a new line character, and if you print this, then it will, so Python will assume that this slash n will be new line character, and that after that string, the rest of the string will print in next line. Similarly, we have slash t, tab. So it will add a tab space between these two strings. So we know that tab space means four spaces means one tab, and this is backslash. So this will use it to give backslash. So here we have printed c colon double slashes, so it will act as a backslash character. Similarly, we can print a single quote and double quote. Okay, so these are escape character. We have a lot of escape character. We will see in depth in future classes. After that, so we have identifiers, and then reserved keywords, and then data types. So in data types we can typecast any data type, and we have escape character. After that we have operators in Python. Just a minute. Hey प्रियंका, आवाज कमी कर जरा. नसता हेडफोन लावून बस. Okay. So in operators we have different operators. So in mathematics also we have arithmetic operators, and then comparison operator, then logical operator, then bitwise operator, then we have assignment operator. After that we have identity operator and membership operator. So these are different types of operator used in Python. So in arithmetic operator we have plus, addition, which is used to add two numbers. Then we have minus, multiplication, division and floor division. This is floor division which just gives an integer value. And then we have modular operator, then we have exponential operator. So these are different operators which can be used to perform mathematical tasks. Then after that we have comparison operators. In comparison operators we have equal to operator. Then we have not equal operator. Then we have greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So we will go and see all these operator with examples in our future lectures. After that we have logical operator. So we have and. So returns true if both statements are true. And then we have or and not operator. And then we have bitwise operator. So this and it will perform this 5 and 3. What happen in this bitwise? So 5 will be 5 will be converted into binary number, and 3 also will be converted into binary number, and these two binary number we will do bitwise and operator. Similarly, we have OR operator, and then we have XOR, then we have NOT operator, and the left shift and the right shift. We will cover all of this. And after that, we have assignment operator. So A equal to 10 means we have assigned 10 into variable A. So this is used to assign value. Then we have plus equal to add and assign. It will add a value and assign it. A plus equal to 5. Similarly, we have subtract and assign. Then we have multiply and assign. After that, we have divide and assign. So all this we have. And then we have identity operator. So is operator. So here is operator is used to check the memory address of particular variable point. Suppose A is B. Suppose A and B are two memory addresses and its memory address is same, then it will give true. Otherwise it will give false. And is not is other. If memory address is not same, then it will give true in is not case. Then we have membership operator. So in operator. So in operator is used to check an element is present in a list or in iterable object. So here we are checking A in apple means apple is an iterable object. So we are checking A is present in apple or not. So A is present in apple, so it is giving true. After that we have not in. It is opposite to in. So we have also have these operators in Python, and we have to go through one by one to get the better understanding. After that, we have input and output function. So here input function, it is used to read the string. It is used to read user input that we have to take from keyboard or users. And by default the whatever string we will provide in input it type will be string. And there we have print function which is used to output the result to screen. So in print function we have two attribute. One is separator attribute and another is end attribute. We can separator attribute is used to separate two strings. By default it is an space, but we can give another attribute for separator. So here I have shown hello world. So here I have used name and age to print. So here I have Python, Java, C++, and here I have given separator as a pipe symbol. So it will give this output in the output screen. Similarly, in end attribute, default is backslash n, means new line character. but here I am printing print hello and after that world. So it will give us hello world. So in this we have different output style function which we can use. After that we have formatted f string. So here we can use curly braces to add that values while running the program. I will show this by running. So what it will do in curly braces, it will print this name value would be taken from this name variable and this age value will be taken from this variable and we will get output my name is Rahul and I am 27 years old. So in this way we have input and output function. Okay, so these are the basic fundamental things which are required to learn a language. So once one more time we will revise it that which what things we have seen. First is identifiers. Identifiers are nothing but any name to a function or class or variable. So after that there are reserved keywords. So Python has only 35 reserved keywords and using that keywords only we have to instruct computer to perform a task. Then we have data types. Yes, Ashwin. Identifiers are the names to a variable. Variable means that suppose we have defined, suppose here what we have defined name equal to Rahul. So name is a variable, right? But what name is defining Rahul? So we will call it as an identifier also. Identifiers means to identify a variable. So name is a variable which is also an identifier to this and Rahul object. So variables are variable which are mapping to our object. Here we have a string Rahul which we have given a name and this name is an identifier to a variable. And did you get it? Variable and identifiers are same thing. Okay. Yeah. So data types we have gone through data types. After that escape characters and then operators in Python. After that we have to also we have gone through input and output statement. And after that we have to see control flow and conditional statement. So you know that suppose we have to instruct computer to do this task if these conditions are matches, then in that case we will use control flow. Means we will suppose we have written a program and we have to run this line if it satisfy some condition. In that case we have to use control flow statement. So there are different control flow and conditional statement. So we have if statement. So here if after if we have to give an expression. If it evaluates to true, then it will go to that if block and it will print positive. And after that we have if else also. If after that we have to give an expression. If it evaluates to true, then it will print positive, else it will go to the else block. Then if you want to use multiple if else statement, then we have to use if else statement. If else statement, these are for conditional statement, and also we have loops. For loop, it is used to iterate an mutable object. So here we can use for I in range 5. So it will print I 5 times. Let me show you. So here what will do, this range 5 will give an list of 0 to 4 numbers. So when we are printing this, yeah, so we will get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a for loop. In this way we can use for loop. Then we have while loop. Then we have break statement. Suppose we are executing a loop and how to come out of it. Then we will use break statement to break that loop. Then we have continue. Continue is used. Suppose we are looping. We are applying a loop, and suppose in particular condition we have to escape, we have to come out of that loop, then we will use continue. But it will not break the loop, it will just break that iteration and it will go to the next iteration. So we have pass. So pass, it is nothing but a placeholder for future code. So here we have written if x is greater than 0, and after that we have written pass. In suppose right now we don't know what to write in each block, so we have written pass only. Also we have else with loops. We will see in our lectures how to use else. Then we have try, except, and finally try, except, and finally block. This is used to handle any errors gracefully, so we will not get any error. And after that, we will see our functions, file, how to handle, how to open file, and how to read data. After that, we have object-oriented programming. So, object-oriented programming is nothing but a way or approach to solve the problem or to write the code in this object oriented. So in object oriented, we will see the what are classes, what are objects. So their properties like polymorphism, inheritance, abstraction, and encapsulation. We will all see this in our future lecture. So these are the brief overview that what we are going to conduct in this course. Did you have any question, Ashu? Okay. So after this, what I will show you, I will show how in where we can use Python. So one most useful case is that we will use Python in to handle APIs. So I will give a simple example how we can access APIs and how can we read data from that APIs. Okay. Okay, so here I have written some sample code. So it will be easy to just explain. So to in Python, if you want to request an API, so there is one request library that we have to use. So starting, I have imported the request library. So here what I am doing. So there is a one open API that we can use free. that is a weather open weather map. So it is an API everyone can access. So I have logged in to this. I have created an account to this API. Just one second, it is loading. So this is the weather API. So with which give us. Yes, see here I have also logged in. You can see my APIs key. You can also create an account. So they will create an API key that we will use in our application. So they have these services, one call API. They have this one call API 3.0 where we can see current weather data and forecast. So they have there this document. So they have this document. Here they have also given how to use it. So here they are mentioning to use latitude and longitude. But I want to use by city name. So just search. How can I use by city name? Okay, city name. I think they have here only. Just me see it. Okay, so here we can see built-in API request by city name. Okay, so they have this API call. Suppose here my city name and my app ID, then I can also get from our browser only. So here I will put city name as Pune, and here I can use app ID which they have given in. I have registered it to get that API key. So this is my API key. So they have given this URL. Suppose I hit the URL from browsers, then just see what I will get it. See, I am getting the temperature. It's like temperature minimum, temperature max, and pressure. So I am getting this JSON response. You can also use pretty printed. So it is have different keys and it has values. Also, I think I am getting this weather, cloud, scatter clouds, and temperature. I think I am getting this 308.1. I think this is in format, maybe in Fahrenheit. To get it in, and so I will just change unit. So unit equal to matrix. And let's this change this temperature. Okay, so what I have used, so you will get this data. So how we can get this data through our Python application? That I will show to you. I think we have to use unit metric here. I am getting temperature 308.93. Minimum, maximum, pressure, humidity, visibility, all this. So in the request library, we have to import request, and I have given this API keys. Yes, Ashwin. Huh? Okay, okay. You are okay. We are giving this wrong parameter here. Thanks for pointing it out. Yeah, so we can see temperature in Celsius now, 30.7. Also, we can check, they have given in API documentation, they have given what to use here units, standard, metric, or imperial. We can learn more about it to got the idea. So here we have, suppose I have just printed it out, control K comment, and just print a response. So to execute this file, we have to use Python and file name. So this file name is API underscore example. I will use that one. So it is taking time to just a second. It is loading only. And after that, we have to give our file name. I'll just use tab, so it will automatically, and then I will execute it. So it will give the response that we are getting from this browser. We will get the same response in JSON format only. Let's see. So here we are getting just a response to only. To get that response, we have to use response.text. Yeah, we can use response.json also. Let's see. So my laptop is little bit slow, so that's why it is taking time. Yes, so here we got the same response in text. Also, we can use JSON also to get the response in JSON. That's not the okay. But after that, how can we access? I just want temperature and condition of that particular city. So here we are getting bound method response.json of response. Yeah, we will see which method we have to use, text or JSON. Pandas request library, and in that lecture I will show you when to use text or JSON. We will proceed further. So in this, just I want to get the temperature and condition. Then we have to access this JSON. So here what we have done. Yeah, so JSON we have to just give an parenthesis for that JSON. Yeah, for so here I am saying that if response dot status code is 200, then come to this loop, else print the error. Okay. So here I want city name. Suppose I have taken that response in data. So from data using as a key name. So I am getting this name. After that, temperature and weather, zero key and description. I am getting this and printing all of this. Do you have any question, Ashwin? Yeah. So this is the just a basic application, or you can say basic program. How can we use Python to access APIs? So here I got the weather in Pune, temperature and condition. So suppose if you are creating an application, and in that application if you want to show the temperature, then you can just call this API and show that temperature to a particular city. Yeah, so this is an application for request, and later on we will see how to use authentication, how to pass these parameters through a request, how to pass header, how to pass parameter. Param means this parameter using this request module. We will see all of these things in our upcoming lecture. So this is the one application. Another application is an GUI application. So here also I using Tkinter library. I have written sample code. We just create an desktop application. So here I have created one sample addition functionality app. I will just run it and show how it will look. So for running any file, you have to just use Python and file name. So here file name is tkinter. So here we have tkinter example. If I run this, it will pop up and window desktop icon. It is taking time. Yeah, so we are seeing this addition calculator. So it's working. So we can just put first number and second number we can put 20, and it will give result as 30. So it means this is just a simple desktop application which we can create using Python. To just give an idea how we can use Python in different applications. That's why I'm showing it to you. So this is just a basic application, and if you cut this, so this program will close after that. So here what I have did, I have imported a tkinter library as a tk. Here I have written one function which take number 1, num2, and it will give the result text. So here I have created one window that you have seen in, and its title I have given addition calculator. I have zoomed it so in whole screen I can see it. So here I have written code for first number entry, how it will pick that. So ticket at label, the root, text, enter first number dot pad. Similarly for second number, Then for this button what will do? So if you add any text, so it will command add numbers. So it will add numbers and this function will be executed. If you click that button and then we have add dot button and result label and we will see the result as text result and it will run in a loop. So we can do addition multiple times. So this is just a showcase that how we can use Python in different applications or different use cases of Python. Yeah, that's all about today. Do you have any question or anything that you want to ask? Okay, so you have understood all of the things? Okay. Yeah, that's great because it is just starting. You may feel that these are, I don't know these things, but once we go in deep to those topics, you will familiarize those topics, then you will think that this is very basic things in Python. Okay, so that's all about today's lecture. Thank you, Ashwin. Now, just a second.